time, weather, and...
Hello and welcome to Driving with Todd. And I'm Todd. About 25 years ago, I became a Glen Campbell fanatic. I had to have everything that Glen Campbell put out. I just really loved his sound, and the reason I got into him is I was buying used records, and there was a lot of Glen Campbell albums at the thrift stores. So I was buying these up, and I'm listening to them, and I'm going, this guy was phenomenal. So in the 60s, it wasn't cool to like Glen Campbell, though we watched the Glen Campbell show, and I really enjoyed Glen Campbell's singles, but I never bought any of his records until about 25 years ago. Now, the songs I really like by Glen Campbell are the ones written by Jimmy Webb. He is a phenomenal writer. I mean, a lot of Glen Campbell's big hits were written by Jimmy Webb. For instance, By the Time I Get to Phoenix, great song. Another one, Galveston, fantastic song. Wichita Lineman, love it. But the one that I really like the most, and it's probably my favorite Glen Campbell song, is Where's the Playground Susie. That was the second single released from the album Galveston. Now that album was released in 1969 and actually got to number 2 on Billboard's 200 album chart. It got to number 1 on Billboard's country album chart. Well, Where's the Playground Susie was also a pretty big hit for Glen Campbell and got to number 26 on Billboard's Hot 100 singles chart. So the guy did a phenomenal job in writing this song. Jimmy Webb did a great job in writing this song. Glen Campbell did a phenomenal job in singing the song. Plus, Glen Campbell plays the guitars on this song as well. Now, if you look on YouTube, there's a lot of great live concerts of Glen Campbell playing guitar, and the guy's phenomenal. I mean, you don't know him as a guitar player, you know him as a country singer, but he can really play some wicked guitar. Now, when I was looking into this song, Where's the Playground Susie, I was surprised to find that there was a cover version. I mean, there's several cover versions, but there was a cover version by the group Everything But the Girl. Now, I was a big fan of Everything But the Girl in the 80s. I bought all their albums. Now, I didn't buy all their singles, so that's why I never heard this version. They do a cover version of Where's the Playground Susie, but it was on the B-side of their single, Don't Leave Me Behind, which I had never bought, so I didn't know this song existed. So I thought, okay, I was going to do Glen Campbell today, do the song Where's the Playground Susie, because I just love it, and I thought, we'll just do it as a review, until I saw this Everything But the Girl. So I thought, hey, let's do a comparison, because I've never heard the Everything But the Girl version, and I'm a big Tracy Thorn fan. So here we go. We're going to start out with Glen Campbell's version, and then move on to Everything But the Girl's version of Where's the Playground Susie.
Come and found us here with our toys scattered all around us here. The puzzle that we never found an answer for. Still ask us, darling, just what all the games were for. And here we stand in a box of sand. Playground Susie, you're the one who's supposed to know her way around. Where's the playground, Susie, if I don't stay around? If I don't stay around.
Wow, powerful song. I just, every time I hear this song, it just sends shivers up my spine. I just can't can't get enough of this song. What I really like about it is Glen Campbell really stretches on the refrain. I mean, he really tries to hit some high notes on that refrain, and I just really like how he does that. And that's what I think triggers the shivers in my spine. It's like, wow, I mean, he is really feeling this song and trying to express himself. The instrumentation, too, the arrangement on this song is really good. You start out with acoustic guitars, and then when those strings come in, it's like, wow, that is just tremendous. And you've got the drum in the background, a little bit of bass in there, some piano. I like the piano in there. And then as he gets into the refrain, then the horns come in. I mean, the arrangement is just tremendous, and it just works with his voice so well. And I think Glen Campbell has really a very strong and very good voice. It's not real country, but it still has a little bit of a country ting in it that gives him that country sound, but it's a big crossover to rock and roll as well. Love this song. Let's keep on going.
The carousel has stopped us here. It twirled a time or two and then it dropped us here. And still you're not content with something about me. But what merry-go-round can you ride without me to take your hand? How would you stand? Where's the playground, Susie? If I decide to let you go and play around, where's the playground, Susie? If I don't stay around, if I don't stay around, where's the playground, Susie? You're the one who's supposed to know her way around. Where's the playground, Susie? If I decide to let you go and play around.
I love the end of that song. Again, he really stretches, Glen Campbell really stretches his voice at the end of this song. And then you get him picking on that acoustic guitar, and that acoustic guitar takes us out of the song. Just love that ending. It's so powerful. In fact, I'm going to play that ending again. I'm going to just pull it back a little bit and get that where he gets to that real high note, and it's almost like he's hurting his throat. He's trying to get to that high note, and then that acoustic guitar takes us out of the song. So I'm going to take that back a little bit.
Where's the playground, Susie? You're the one who's supposed to know her way around. Where's the playground, Susie?
Right here, right here.
If I decide to let you go and play around.
Oh, yeah. I just love that ending. Especially with that acoustic guitar. I mean, there's like no lead notes throughout this whole song. It's just an arrangement. The acoustic guitar, chording, the drumming, the bass player, the piano, the horns, the strings. There's no instrumental break. And then at the end, he gets down and he's picking on his acoustic guitar and then takes the song out. Just wild. Just wild. Perfect song. My favorite Glen Campbell song of all time. And my favorite Jimmy Webb song as well. So let's take it over to Everything But the Girl. and see how they do the song. I've never heard this before, so this will blow me away, I'm sure. So here we go.
Scattered all around us here, the puzzle that we never found an answer for still asks us, darling, just what all the games were for. And here we stand in a box of sand. Where's the playground, Susie? You're the one supposed to know her way around. Where's the playground, Susie? If I don't stay around, if I don't stay around.
Okay, a little bit different. Their take on this is a little bit different than the Glen Campbell version. A lot of piano, heavy bass, drumming. So, I mean, the whole arrangement is a little bit different. I mean, it's more towards the rock and roll side of things than to the, I don't know, it wasn't really country, but to a more symphonic sound, let's say, with the strings and the horns. And the other side of this is Ben Watt appears to be singing this. I think this is Ben Watt singing it. And it's definitely not Tracy Thorn, so I'm guessing it's Ben Watt. So it's one of the few songs I think that Ben Watt actually must have sung with Everything But the Girl. And then when they get into the refrain, then Tracy Thorn comes in, and instead of trying to hit those high notes, with Ben Watt trying to hit those high notes, Tracy Thorn takes over. So I think it's kind of a cool a take on the song. It's quite different than the Glen Campbell. To me it's not, and this is my first time hearing it. It's not as chilling as the Glen Campbell version. This version is more of, hey, I'm sitting back listening to it, and I'm kind of rocking to it a little bit, grooving to it. It doesn't have that same feel. But let's finish this up and see where it goes.
Stay around. Dropped us here, but still you're not content with something about me. But what merry-go-round can you ride without me to take your hand? How would you stand? Where's the playground, Susie? If I decide to let you go and play around, where's the playground, Susie? If I don't stay around, if I don't stay around, where's the playground, Susie? If I decide to let you go and play around, where's the playground, Susie? If I decide to let you go and play
Interesting. They did take the song out the same way the Glen Campbell version went out. It had that that refrain for the second time, and then the guitar starts playing some heavy chords and takes the song out. I thought that was kind of interesting that they actually put that guitar piece into their version or their cover version of the song as well. So they were definitely giving kudos to Glen Campbell on this song. I believe that's why they did that. So I mean, that's pretty cool. And I thought the second verse was done a lot better than the first verse. You know, they had a little small instrumental break where they brought it sounded like an organ into the mix, heavy piano, and then this organ comes in, and then they go back into the second verse. And I thought the second verse was a little bit heavier. It had a little bit more feeling to it than the first verse. And I thought that Ben Watt as well was really trying to stretch his vocals on the refrain, like how Glen Campbell did it at the end of the song as well. So I think they were doing their hats off to Glen Campbell on the song. I don't know that for certain, but it almost sounds that way because they put a lot of the elements that Glen Campbell had in his version, or at least the way he presented it with his voice, into the Everything But the Girl version as well. So it was fun. I mean, definitely Glen Campbell, hands down. He's done a great job on that song. Jimmy Webb wrote a great song, and Glen Campbell performed it magnificently. This was just kind of fun. I think, like I said, it was Everything But the Girl giving their hats off to Jimmy Webb and Glen Campbell, and weren't really trying to outdo those two. That's just my take on this version of the song. I also see on the B-side of this single, they do a cover of Elfie. We may need to take a look at that one in the future too. I love the song Elfie. It's just great. So there you have it. You got Glen Campbell and Jimmy Webb performing Where's the Playground Susie from Glen Campbell's Galveston album. And that was a number 26 hit on Billboard's Hot 100 singles chart for Glen. And here's a cover version by Everything But the Girl, which was the B-side of a single. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed the comparison. I thought it was fun. Again, like I said, I didn't know Everything But the Girl did a cover of Where's the Playground Susie, so I had to hear it today. I just had to hear it. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, hit that like button. That'd be really, really appreciated. If you have any comments about the song Where's the Playground Susie by Glen Campbell or Everything But the Girl, put in the comments below. That'd be really appreciated. I'm going to take the link to both of the videos that I just showed and put in my description below, or my notes below. So if you want to see both videos again, click on the link. They'll open up and play for you, and I won't be interrupting them. I'm also going to put a link to each channel that uploaded the two videos. And if you want to check out those channels to see if there's any other cool stuff that they have, click on the link. It'll take you to their channel. Take a look. You might want to subscribe to them as well. Talking about subscribing, have you subscribed to Driving with Todd? If you haven't, I'm hoping you still have my video open. If you do, go below the video, hit that subscribe button. That's all you got to do. If you go over here, though, and ring the bell, you'll get updates to my latest videos. So this is cool. Like I said, I was going to do Glen Campbell, Where's the Playground Susie? Just love that song. And then when I saw Everything But the Girl did a cover, hey, we got to do a comparison. And this put a huge smile on my face. I'm hoping to put a big smile on your face. And peace out, baby.